It's Friday, May 25th, 2007, and you are watching The Ointment. It's Memorial Day weekend, everybody. I'm Steve Tatham, and I'm here to serve. Fridays here on the show, I take a look back at some of my favorite stories from this past week, so let's get right to it. Our top story, Nate over there at the Justice Department yesterday testified in front of Congress about the firing of states' attorneys, and she said that yes, decisions were made for political purposes. Her name, Monica Goodling. Those Monicas, nothing but trouble. She said that the Assistant Attorney General was not forthright in his testimony, and then she went on to say that she herself, in fact, crossed the line. President Bush, when asked about her testimony, said, "Cross the line? You mean there's a line?" President Bush came out again in defense of Attorney General Alberto Gonzales. He made a very strong statement. He said that the Attorney General has done nothing wrong. He failed to add, however, that the Attorney General has done nothing right. I want to follow up on a story that I did yesterday. I was talking about Fred Thompson. He said he's going to investigate Michael Moore's Sicko. The documentary filmmaker went on a voyage to Cuba. Fred Thompson said he's going to have his committee investigate it. Why does Fred Thompson have a committee? Why is he investigating anything? He's an actor. You know, I'm going to start my own committee, and I'm going to investigate Fred Thompson. Speaking of Michael Moore's new film Sicko, Fox News has reviewed the documentary, and they have called it brilliant and uplifting. Fox News has called Michael Moore's new film brilliant and uplifting. I have some footage now of the review from Fox News. Let's take a look at it. When pigs fly, get it? Okay. Turning to political news, this immigration reform bill is creating a lot of controversy in Washington, D.C. The House Minority Leader referred to this legislation in private to a group of Republicans as a piece of shit. And I say that quietly because I have small children in the next room. And most shows, they don't have to deal with the small children. But you know what? I do. So I say quietly, and if you have small children watching, I say for them also, a piece of shit. Which I thought was kind of unprofessional. He said it in private, but of course, it's public now. And earlier in this week, Senator John McCain referred to the legislation. He got in a big argument, a big dust-up with the senator from Texas, and he said F you to him. So, a lot of potty mouth talking there in Washington, D.C. So, here's my thinking on the legislation. Hey, let's let in a bunch of immigrants so we can raise the level of English around here. Turning to science news, this pair of men's underwear was just invented, and you know what it's for? To announce your homosexuality? No, it protects you from cell phone radiation. However, unfortunately, it offers absolutely no protection from ridiculous marketing. In international politics, an election in the Philippines was so close that it was actually tied, and the winner was decided by coin toss. That's crazy. We all know you get the absolute best candidates by picking the guy who loses and litigates his way into office. That's the way a democracy works, Philippines. In art news, Elizabeth Taylor won a suit in court to keep a Van Gogh painting, or as it's pronounced, Van Gogh, if you're from Pretencia. Taylor won the right to keep the painting even though it was abducted by Nazis and the family wanted it returned. Elizabeth Taylor is the painting's rightful owner, and Taylor said, you know what, every time I look at that painting and I just think about it being stolen by Nazis, it gives me so much pleasure. And finally, I wrap up each week with my news quiz question. Today's question is about the legislation just passed by the U.S. Congress authorizing the continued funding of the war in Iraq. Hooray! The killing continues. This legislation has no date certain for the beginning of the withdrawal of troops from Iraq. However, it does set some soft benchmarks as signs for success. What must happen in order for the funding of the war to continue? A, we must at least be coming in second place. B, if things don't go well, we call in FEMA. Or C, problems? What are you talking about? There are no problems. That's The Ointment for another week. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Steve Tatham, and that's news. Have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy your barbecues, and I'll see you on Tuesday.